since 2007, after the tension between the JCC, the Gulf countries, Qatar has been the center and it has central role in decision making in the foreign affairs of Somalia, and it has provided unlimited amount of money to Farmajo to sever and cut ties with these important traditional countries. And he tried to claim to be neutral initially, but definitely he has been very close to Qatar and has been acting on their behalf. And that's why the relationship between Somalia and Saudi-led coalition has deteriorated quickly after the Gulf crisis. Qatar has always provided logistical and financial support to Al-Shabaab. Definitely many people think that Al-Shabaab has been created with their money in 2008. And definitely Qatar has, I said before, exclusive connection and contact with Al-Shabaab. Definitely all the money that is used against existing institutions or administration in Somalia is provided by Qatar. And you remember that Somaliland has been having a lot of issues and hostility with this government. Somali federal government has been interfering in the internal affairs of Somaliland, creating some instability, creating some division within the community there. So definitely, yes, Qatar's money contributes in the instability and tensions in Somaliland. I think everybody knows that Fat is nicknamed the owner of this government, the second most powerful, important man in this government. He has dominant influence on the president and the prime minister, and in most of the government institutions. And he's the link between Qatar and this government. He is the bond between the prime minister and the president. He gets resources from Qatar for political activities which are not in the national interest of Somalia. And he is somebody who uses NISA and his power as a political weapon against his political rivals. And he is somebody who is actually considered manipulative and somebody who has a lot of say on the foreign policy of Somalia. And he is the main guy. He has always been the strategic asset in Somalia for Qatar. And the enthusiasm and the expectations among Somali citizens were very high because the president was perceived as being a leader who is nationalist, who is reformist, and who is honest, who could turn things quickly, especially key issues regarding security, governance, reconciliation, state building, and delivery of election, fair and free election in 2020. Unfortunately, Somalia today is worse off than 3.5 years ago. Deception and incompetence under the leadership of this government. Instead, of promoting a process of national unity and reconciliation, the president's administration has permanently tried to dismantle and undermine federal member states. At the moment, the trust point among and between most of the Somali stakeholders is at breaking point because Somalia has been experiencing mounting tension and political paralysis over the last 3.5 years. The president openly refuses to collaborate, compromise, consult with any political stakeholder. It is for him, his approach is either you are with me or against me. And this approach has been glorified and financially supported by the government of Qatar, openly. Although the president and the government in general has been publicly or rhetorically pledging to committed to fight corruption. Unfortunately, the country has been rated or ranked bottom in the Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index over the last few years. Definitely, it's been happening in all levels of the government sectors. Definitely, this is boiling. It is very hot, and my understanding is that Sadio was trying to share her view that the people in Mogadishu are badly traumatized, suffer disproportionately with repressive government they feel under justice and security. Mogadishu, being the only city that the government fully controls, does not have any council, any representation in the current in the different government organs. The Mogadishu, the capital, has been on a deliberate lockdown, political and physical lockdown for the last for many months and for many years, and people feel suffocated. And therefore, she was urging these people to come and protest against the unfair policies of the government, and reminding them that this government does not represent them and does not advance their own well-being, and of course. The freedom of assembly and protest is guaranteed by the Constitution of Somalia. And as an MP, she has the right and the duty to promote and protect the human rights of all Somali communities. But the circumstantial evidence is that the government is not effectively dealing or preventing the danger coming in from Al-Shabaab terror group, which is permanently threatening the stability and peace and security of Somalia. There are endless controversy accusing most of the security institutions of being infiltrated by Al-Shabaab. The security institution is often rejected, but the opposition group always insists that the Minister of Information, NISA, and the police distribute misinformation and mislead their community, trying to pull them with the public. But the government is also accused of hell-bent to challenging the regional member states, but not fighting with Al-Shabaab.